3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's Royce Freeman, the first carry for the rookie. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Left side here to Sanders. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes going up top. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. And even 60 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Butker now to kick this one away. On the return, it's McKenzie. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Leopard! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Watch him now, Barney!
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now Kelly. And that'll be incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And McManus able to put it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And now here comes Kansas City. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know that.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Von Miller in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, you got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go now.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And taken right at the 35. Got to be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Looking to throw on 2nd. Here's Kelly. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Another pass broken up, Charles, by Orlando Scandrick.
That's multiple times in this game alone, and it's something we're getting very used to seeing. Orlando Scandrick policing his area, and in a big way.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Here's Kelly. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. Mahomes now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
They'll toss it to Hunt. Gets around him. And some room to maneuver. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in.
Right back to him on first down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed him the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. Down to about the 22 here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner is giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
A first trip to the red zone for KC. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Left. Here we go.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Ace. Here we go now.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball. And the Broncos go to a nickel set on third down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there.
Left, 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 left.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a fourth down. Well played.
And Butker able to put this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And Freeman lost the football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now Kelly. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, Kelly. He's got it. And out of bounds all the way down at the 2-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Royce Freeman with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Flag 58 well. Flag 58.
Here's Hunt. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Adam Gotsis able to run him down for a loss of a yard. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he's going to go down again.
They're in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a first down throw. Kelly. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. A second down carry for Booker. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Pardon me, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. A great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So the big play nullified, illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. This is fielded inside the 5. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Leopard!
Play action, it's Kelly. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So 1:55 to go in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Kelly to throw. Drops it underneath for Booker. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. To throw, Kelly looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
No. Check. Patriot.
To throw again, Kelly. They set up the screen to Booker. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Detroit!
From the gun, Kelly. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Justin Houston in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Denver. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Denver. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 11. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And some room to work. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Black 58.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So all right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's all the way up across the 40. And down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
They run with Hunt. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
Well, that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But The way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run. This is Hunt. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Mahomes now to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And Butker pulled it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
They go play action here on first down. Looking deep for Demarius. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Kelly now looking to throw on 2nd down. Got his man, it's Thomas. Touchdown, Denver. Demaryius Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are in for 6. To throw is Kelly. Kelly stripped. The ball is free. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
It's funny to me because we actually keep a football in the booth with us during games. And I notice you cradling the football. You get it tucked
as we
with
speak.
The points of pressure here. And that didn't occur on that play, did it?
Now, you saying I wouldn't have fumbled if I was
You
down
would
there?
not have fumbled. You got that thing locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And now here comes Kansas City. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there. You've given yourself a chance. You're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Ace.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On the run, this is Hunt. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a third and just a few inches. Now Mahomes. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chiefs are in for 6.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field.
Here we go.
The drive starts with Devontae Booker, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Kelly to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he's brought down after a good gain. He got 29 yards that time.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day.
Watch him now, Barney. No. Check, Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
To throw is Kelly. On 3rd down. Kelly stripped. The ball is free, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Now it's Hunt. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run again with Hunt. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
A toss play to Hunt. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Caught here by Conley. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Hunt. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Ace, ace, Z, 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 Z. Green, Z, 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 Z.
Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Green 90.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
And now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Looking to throw on 2nd. Here's Kelly. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7-7. It's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 50.
Out of the gun, it's Kelly. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. On the return, it's McKenzie. And terrific field position here as they finally get him just shy of the midfield stripe.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Kelly throwing after the interception. Finds Jake Butt over the middle. And he's brought down. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
No, check, Patriot!
On second down, Kelly. Sanders has it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, Kelly. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Mahomes being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds right around the 20. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a 1st down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
This is Hunt. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
So the Broncos coming out now. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. Here's Kelly to throw. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Now a first down throw. Kelly. And it's caught inside the 5. And he's brought down after a good gain. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he loses the football a 2nd time. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is caught for a touchdown. We'll check the flag, but it looked like a clear offsides, and it should stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Here's Kelly operating from the gun. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They run for it with Hunt. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Chiefs,